Today's story begins not with battle, but with building. The Mushroom Island was uninhabited for years, apart from the giant mushrooms and mushrooms. But this changed in 2023, as the Legend Empire found the island. There they would build a medieval base, with a castle and medieval village. David would then make a video on the base. It was quaint, quiet, and peaceful. And the clan would go on. In late July 2023, an alliance was forming between Luna and Falling Dragon. Hexagonius then reached out to Legend Empire and offered them a chair at the alliance. On July 31st, the Iron Alliance was established. This was the start of the road to war. Chapter 2: The Rise of Wolfenheim. The alliance began without much drama. The treaty was settled and signed. But despite having several clans, they were small. So Harmony was proposed as a member, being allies with two of the clans already. So they asked Droll, leader of Harmony, on the 16th of August. He agreed, and within a day the other leaders of Harmony also did. But during the process the treaty was shared, as it was leaked to the furries and shader believers, who viewed the alliance as LARP. So led by Renegade, they created Wolfenheim, an alliance between the shader believers, Team Furry, and 2B2E Peace Coalition. Its goal was to counter and troll the Iron Alliance, although it agreed not to attack Luna or Harmony. With this they chose a target, bringing TNT, supplies, and members. On the 17th of August, they arrived at the Legend Empire's mushroom base. There they built a wall across the island, with the north of the border becoming their base. The stage was set for the Battle of Twin Bases. Chapter 3: The Cold War. For the first day, the Legend Empire was in disarray. But they managed to secure an agreement. Both sides promised not to grief each other. With that, a Cold War began between them. The 18th began, with Legend Empire leaders landed and David coming to the base. The alliance began to coordinate on Twitter. They began "No war, no surrender." It meant that they wouldn't escalate, but they wouldn't give up a block of ground. The building of Wolfenheim also continued. Trollface and walls were finished. The iconic map art was also placed on the wall, with furry banners as well. Himuli and Jack also tried to chump ban the area, but they stopped, so it wasn't patched. As August 19th began, David built up walls. Between the two bases was no man's land, an area of cobwebs and berries. Both sides would enter at their own risk. The wall had 3 towers and was stone brick. It also had some bamboo. After, a Russian flag was placed in the border. A skirmish began between Hall and David. As the Legend Empire was Ukrainian-run, and the Russian flag was to troll them. Although no one was killed, and Himuli also shot arrows over the border. The 20th came with no end in sight. Both sides had dug into their positions. The Legend Empire kept the policy of waiting them out, with the walls began completed on both sides. But it was revealed all Iron Alliance-affiliated clans would be trolled. This, for now, hasn't happened. The sheep called Shrek was also stolen from the Legend Empire and placed in Wolfenheim. Golden Meerkat was also given leadership of Wolfenheim. The 21st was full of lag, as Wolfenheim engaged in boat and button warfare, filling one of the border towers with boats, and the mycelium arrows it with buttons, drastically reducing frames per second in the border region. Wolfenheim also destroyed the bamboo defenses. In response, the Legend Empire destroyed the buttons and boats. Concluding that day, parkour was built by Wolfenheim on the Legend Empire side, with Severing Tooth joining Wolfenheim on the 22nd. Hexagonius also came, adding an obsidian sponge to the walls, expanding and reinforcing walls along the coastline. Furthermore, cobwebs and bamboo was added, and the base was mapped by Landed. On the 23rd, Golden Meerkat made a video on Wolfenheim. At the end of it, a mineshaft was shown leading to the Empire base, showing that they made a network of tunnels. Hexagonius blocked them off with obsidian, and the base walls were almost doubled in height. Bamboo on top of it and arrow holes. The 24th was full of building by the Legend Empire, and refilling tunnels under the base. Plans were also made for a fort before Wolfenheim, a small fortress and naval base being built. The unclaimed islands became part of the Legend Empire. On the 25th, Himuli left the base. With this valuable opportunity, Hexagonius annexed the east coast of Wolfenheim, starting to build a wall across it. Then, Pumpkin saw Hexagonius in the territory, so Himuli went back to the base and blew up part of the coast to kill Hexagonius. The new annexed territory was abandoned. Part of the east wall was also destroyed. Wolfenheim then made a box around Hexagonius. Boats were placed to lag it. The box was filled with dirt, suffocating him. But due to the extreme lag, spawned in the box and was freed by landed. The lag caused by it was so intolerable that the eastern coast of both bases was rendered laggy and uninhabitable. These are the remnants. On the 26th, Hexagonius reinforced the annexation, building a wall that had been abandoned prior. Due to the East Coast skirmish, the area was useless due to the lag machine. The removal of the lag machine also began. Hexagonius removing end chests while the Legend Empire did boats. With this, the lag in the area dropped, where blocks were now placeable. And with obsidian, Hexagonius reinforced the East Coast walls, completely ringing the naval base in obsidian. Hexagonius then used lava to break boats, and drastically improving the frame rate. Shater also built a cobblestone tower and built a quartz hexa sign. Upside-down obsidian T were also placed in the naval base. The new walls were also torn down, ending the occupation of the East Sea. But keeping the island fortress. An obsidian fist was then made on the Empire side by Wolfenheim, dubbed as the Statue of Resistance. With golden and severing terraforming the area into grass. The South Island was destroyed by Wolfenheim. The South Island was destroyed by Wolfenheim, thought to be in retaliation to annexation. The 27th of August was the beginning of the mobilization of Iron Alliance forces. Many came to prepare for escalation to war. South Island Fort was built and camp repaired. In early morning, lava was poured over the fist, and a portion of the wall was destroyed. Hexagonius was then attacked by Darius. While removing the Hexa sign over their base, he managed to escape through the caves and through sea to the south camp. The south camp was then destroyed again. But the fort adjacent to it was left alone. The lag machine was finally fully fixed. But there were ruminants in the East Sea. 8 crystals were placed in the naval fort, but none were detonated. In retaliation, Hexagonius extended the wall into the annexed territory of pure obsidian, with 3 homes being built to reinforce the claim. The grassy peninsula also became dirt, with Darius fighting Hexagonius in PvP nearby. Chapter 4, The Grief. The 28th. Tai Tai had arrived after the Empire mobilization. He was an Empire member, but betrayed them. He felt discriminated due to being Japanese. So Tai Tai attacked both bases. Although Shater got Tai Tai to stop, it was too late. Almost half was destroyed. The Legend Empire lost most homes, and Wolfenheim lost some, as Tai Tai blew them up with end crystals. The naval fort's end crystals were also detonated. Golden Meerkat also built after the grief. Obsidian around the house tower. Also built obsidian circles over the east border. The rebuilding effort began by both sides, and the sheep bananas, wool was left. The 29th, the final day. The base was griefed again, this time by Hemuli, who destroyed both sides. Only the house tower and the mushroom homes survived. The walls were the last part of the base, stretching the continent. A reminder of the battles that once shipped the land. Thanks to Golden Meerkat, Landed Cookie, David, Hemuli, Shater, and everyone else who made this video happen.